I was really honored to do the cover artwork for the Haumea report that OHA is producing. And so this artwork is called Hānai o Haumea, and I'm going to explain a little bit of the symbolism to you. So in this piece, the pico, or the center of the piece, is Haumea herself. She's representative of that procreative force, that generative force in all of us, male or female. It's really that feminine energy. She moves into nature, so she really is not only procreative in the sense of birthing new generations, but also the Aina, which feeds all of us. From her, extending out into the artwork, there's symbolism that ties to each of the 6 chapters in the Haumea report. And so from motherhood, which clearly is Haumea herself, to the mental health that we see through the butterfly, which symbolizes a new day, going from that caterpillar to the butterfly. It's also that transformation from one state into another. And as it flies into the sun, a new day that's also symbolic of going from the dark into the light, which many times when we're facing mental health issues or depression, that's really our goal, is to make it from one state where we're feeling down and depressed into one where we can feel joy again. We also have the kumu la'au, or the tree that is that source. It connects to both Haumea as well as all aspects in a symbolic root system throughout the whole picture. And from that source, again, comes the natural cycles that sustain all of us. There's a chapter in the report that talks about economic well-being, and so here you have the natural resources of the fish. So in a literal sense, right, fish feed us, and yet there's also an abundance of fish filling that net, and so it's a sense of aina momona, and us really understanding that our economic well-being is tied also to the aina being healthy and our lands being healthy. There's a chapter in the report that's also about partnership and partner violence, and so here we have the coupling between wāhine and kane, male and female, and there's a healing that takes place as that procreative force reaches out from Haumea to the kane. He's also standing in the lo'i, which for me really symbolized that intergenerational healing. So on the one side, it actually is intergenerational trauma, which in the Native Hawaiian community we have experienced a lot of. But it's a transformation, right? With all of this energy and all of this positive mana feeding itself into the lo'i to heal the kane, which then becomes intergenerational healing. And then we also have a chapter in the report that is about civic leadership or civic engagement and leadership. And that's symbolized by the manu that you see flying over the pali, or the cliffs, the mountainside. So in one sense, it is leaders like birds need to fly high above the aina, right? To above the issue, above communities, to be able to look down and see the issues that we need to deal with. And they're flying over the mountains in the sense of the kua, or the kuahiwi, the backbone that is both shouldering that responsibility, but it also it's those resources that give us stability, right? The mountains also represent that for us. And so holistically, you really get a sense of what is health, right? It's not just physical, it's not just mental, it doesn't just come from our relationship from the aina, but it's this interwoven web of all components of who we are internally and externally, and then our relationship with the natural world. So I hope you guys learn more about the report. Mahalo.